Hey there, and welcome back to Cursed Seeds, an educational monster train series where we struggle through the toughest challenges around. We're back with another one, unsurprisingly. That's why you're here. We have some good stuff ahead of us. And yeah, the notes that I was provided on this one, again, fairly minimal, nothing particularly spoilery. I was told, however, that the player found everything they wanted at every shop and they still lost. They felt that the line was really narrow. And that's kind of an interesting situation to be in, right? It means you're probably finding your multi strikes, you're finding your quick as needed, you have what feels like a strong line, and it falls short. Very interesting. Usually, what that tells me is that the line isn't actually as good as it needs to be in order to win, and that either you're missing something or you're overestimating the value of a particular line. And it's hard to say ahead of time what that could be because this run is Rector, which is primary default melting, and Shade Splitter, so secondary Umbra. This could be something like a Crucible Warden or something along those lines, and being forced into take that early, and then having to kind of sort out your run based on that. Certainly, those lines require some immense high rolls in order to perform, so I could see that maybe you find the right upgrades, but you simply can't scale to a level that makes it win. And that is always a concern with Umbra in general. So my suspicion is we probably don't see a melting line. Because if we see a melting line, we should be in a very potent position because every melting line is pretty self contained and very strong. If we don't see any of these good cards until Daedalus, that can put us behind a lot. Or maybe we don't see any of them at all. Maybe it's just Umbra everything all the way down. So we'll have to see what we see, though. So just to remind folks, if this is the first time joining me for this series, it's pseudo series really. This is a series where I'm recording any of the hardest challenges that people come up with. So if you're playing the game at Covenant 25 with no mutators, then you maybe are going to run into runs that feel really weak. You're not sure what the lines are, you just lose, and you're not sure what you could have done differently. You can generate a challenge from those runs and send it my way. However, you can, Discord, whatever. YouTube comments probably the easiest if you're actually watching this video already. And I will run it for the channel and explain all my actions, why I would play it that way, how do I solve the problems, etc., etc. It is a pseudo series. I've kind of already said that. And the reason for that is because it's dependent on submissions. So there may or may not be episodes every week, every time that there's a slot. It's just kind of the nature of things. But it has been pretty popular. I've gotten a lot of submissions, so that's pretty cool. And otherwise, it is kind of technically part of the Train of Thought series, and so it's recorded in weird times. Like this may be going live before other episodes that I've recorded earlier. Chronologically, it's a nightmare, so just don't worry about it too much. We are currently on a 0-0 win streak, so we're back on the grind. Our last episode, I won't spend too long talking about it, but it was an absolute nightmare. It is one of the few times I have lost in recent history, which is, a harrowing experience. I'm not used to losing, which is kind of interesting. So it was definitely very humbling. In hindsight, there have been a couple people who have won that seed, and it required you to take a line that I think is a big risk. And when talking to those folks, they didn't feel it was very risky, but in practice it was. Basically, if you all right, you can kind of just skip ahead to the beginning of the run if you don't want spoilers for the previous episode, but essentially you had to make a decision that you would walk into Ring 2 on a Conduit Tethys run with no banner unit whatsoever. You had to go to the magic shop and on Ring 2 with gold, and that magic shop just happens to have a holdover, and there's a plus 30 in the temple, so based off of the RNG there, assuming if you didn't know, you just kind of high roll off of that, and you end up with a 150 damage holdover ice storm that clears out Wing 2 for you, no problem. And once you've made that decision, your entire run makes a lot of sense. Everything kind of falls out from there. But if you go to the right for a Hellhorned unit, like your normal education in Monster Train, your normal strategic mind would tell you to do, you get presented with an unwinnable, unusable banner and not many options. You essentially have to go behind in buying a large stone for a train steward in order to survive. And it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the run. It just usurps all conditions where you make an expected choice and you get punished for it. Really interesting in general. I think you can still navigate to the win from the right path there, but it makes a lot less sense, and it's a little bit of a weird situation. So, suffice it to say, I'm glad a couple people did win. I certainly never thought that that run was unwinnable, but it forces you to think differently and to reevaluate how you think about runs like that. If you see a lone Hellhorn banner on Ring 2 or whatever, you may be presented with an unplayable unit that you have no choice but to give up on. So kind of interesting. I don't really want to talk about that run very much more. I'd like to play some other stuff. I realize this is probably going to also be very difficult. Hopefully it's not that bad, and we'll just see how it goes from there. So that's as much as I have to say about any of that. Let's go ahead and dig into this run. Yeah, nothing else to say. Cool. All right. We are looking at default melting with default Umbra, a very classic bad combo. I think in history, before the DLC and before Friends and Foes, people would look at this and think it was doomed, one of the worst combos possible. So, kind of interesting. I don't think it's that bad nowadays, certainly not since the DLC, because melting is pretty darn good, but I do think Umbra sucks, so anything with Umbra feels bad. Suffice to say, let's see what we can do here. We are against Dazed Talos, Spell Shield, Arcus, and Patient Seraph. We have Dripfall, Immortal Trade, and Engulfed in Smoke. This start is pretty good. We have Patient Seraph, and we already have Daze and Stealth in our toolkit. And that's excellent. We additionally have Immortal Trade as well, which is one of the best cards in Umbra. It is worth noting our start has nothing that says magic power on it. And our only real interaction with the enemy's board here is on Dripfall. This makes early backlines very scary. We'll have to be careful about that. I'm going to be looking to draft solutions to units, anything with 2 or 1 HP for a little bit. But otherwise, these cards are strong. We'll see what kind of direction we get here. Get the Horde first. Interesting. So our champion is Rector. This is one of the weird situations where it might have been nice to see Rector's upgrade first. We're shown Mark of an Exile and Guild Marker. I think a starting Guild Marker is exceptional in basically all cases, but it doesn't provide you value on Ring 1. So, you know, it can still betray you a little bit. Mark of an Exile, however, is only really impressive here if we find Burnout Rector, and if we don't, then it's kind of a bait. We have no reforms though, do we? Yeah, no reforms, no burnout extensions. I pretty much would never take Burnout Rector from this position, especially with how weak our cards are. Our starters did not add a lot of value. We would just kind of die on Ring 1 if we miss Rector, or take, 32 damage or something. Yeah, so I would never take Burnout Rector. So in that case, it's going to be Guild Marker for sure. Okay. Now we could see, I'm pretty much going to take the other one. So we could see Dark Calling and be forced down that line. And certainly I think Dark Calling can be a really difficult run. Navigating and piloting Reform Rector is one of the hardest things to do in this game. I think it's actually so high of a skill floor requirement that I almost prefer not to play it myself, because it forces me to play slowly in order to make sure I'm being optimal. It would be okay here. Anyway, let's see what we get. Okay, we see Harvest Rector, which is not bad. We don't have any tombs or anything. We do have, I guess, morsels to chump block, which is fine. It's kind of weak, though. This will beat the floor 1 boss, but it's not going to kill units. I'm just going to be tanking with Pyre Health, which is unfortunate. I can't take Burnout Rector, though, can I? No, there's no way. I have to essentially not play it until the second draw through and hope I hit it on chains. And we're just going to leak a million damage. Yeah, I take Rector with Accumulator for sure. Harvest is a good line. I like it. Now, interestingly, we have Guild Marker, which makes the early money very good. Very good. There's money on Ring 2 as well, so I'm pretty unlikely to take this Ring 1 money. The only thing this could upgrade is a Cleric, or Clergy. I always get that mistaken. But a Clergy upgrade, that's essentially an additional 4 damage taken to the Pyre if it leak him. I'm not really worried about Rector dying. He's going to have too much health to really matter. He's going to represent something along the order of 60 HP into Relentless of Ring 1, so that's not an issue. I normally don't take double money here, but with Guild Marker, this money is really valuable. Interesting, so someone died on Ring 4. Interesting, Ring 4. So if you die on Ring 4, that tells me you have a passable early game line, but you miss in these shops. What could cause that? This could be maybe a trial, right? A bad Heaven Seal take or something could kill you here. That's an interesting location to die, though. It usually means you've made some Gambit in the early game that is not paying off, which would be concerning. It's an interesting location. I don't think I've died there in a long time. Ring 5, on the other hand, is extremely terrifying. I've definitely lost there in the past few months, I think. Where's our other death friend? Ooh, Seraph. Okay, dying on Seraph means essentially very little chance into the Divinity. But, I don't know, it depends on what your line is. I think Sweepers fare better in the Divinity, but worse in Seraph, and there's a few other things. But this clan has no Sweepers. Interesting. Anyway, before I talk too much about this, think about what the costs are in this shop. Normally, for a non-Guild Marker run, it's 95 gold to 120 gold for a big upgrade, and 60 gold to re-roll. So in order to afford both, you're looking at a guarantee of 240, you need 300 gold, essentially. 300 gold's a hard ask in Ring 2. You start with 50, you get 50 here, so 100. You maybe get the Collector, so 150. I'd have to take both monies in order to buy it. Now that changes with Guild Marker to, I believe, 75 to 100, and the reroll is 50. So with a good roll on that, that's only 250 gold I need in order to buy everything. Assuming any of them, they both cost 100, right? At 250, this is 100. I go to 200 if I hit the Collector here. No, 250 if I just hit the Collector, actually, right? Think about that for a minute. I get 50 from this combat. Collector's kind of a gamble. I'm going to set up top, and if it rolls 50-50 middle, I lose that, so I would go to 200. Interesting. At 200 gold, you do miss out on some combos. It would be, what, 75 at best, 50 to reroll, 125, and you have to hit another 75. It would be tricky. There's a couple things I can do to kind of hedge against this, right? I can take the gold in Ring 1, accept any damage from a Clergy in Ring 1, and then I walk in here with a guaranteed 200 gold. And then if I see a really good upgrade I can't afford on the reroll, I take this gold here. And we get it. And we feel strong. Now, it is a forced Umbra banner. And another forced Umbra banner. Ooh, this is bad, right? Being forced into an Umbra line. There's no melting banners before Talos. Is there one here? Yeah, there has to be. So we do see one on Ring 4, but it's opposite the Steel Shop and removals, which is really unfortunate lineup, right? That's pretty punishing, actually. So you might see no Remnant units on this run with optimal pathing. That is concerning. That is very concerning. So we should expect Morsel line potentially. We have Shade Splitters at least. If this were Plinks, I think this might actually be doomed because we would fall off a cliff. That actually might be what kills this person here. Maybe they forced to take an Umbra line and it's just not strong enough. Kind of interesting. I realize there's a lot of talking in the early game here, and that might be different than you're used to, but when you have weird situations with guild marker and Umbra and banner setups like this, you need to be thinking about, how do you avoid death? How do I get strong fast? And what can I mean, reasonably any of the Umbra units can get you past Talos, no problem. Any of them. All the Crucibles are fine, Shadow Eater gets you there, you've got so many options. The big challenge, of course, is making those units useful after Talos, because that's where they fall off a cliff. So anyway, we walk in with 200 gold on Merchant of Steel here. We can reroll and buy everything if we need to, which is kind of a good position to be in with Guild Marker. It changes the way I evaluate double money a bit. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to click the boons first, because boons here guarantees I can reroll and buy anything and everything I want from this shop, no matter what. Even in the worst case, I can take the money in Ring 2 and we're fine. And the only thing I'm really losing here is a potential 4 damage to the Pyre, because I probably am going to leak Clergy. Of course, also this makes the boss a little stronger, but I'm usually not scared of those bosses. I can sack so many units into Harvest Rector, give him immortal trades, we should be fine. Maybe I lose a little bit because of chains with this Ember Drain, but kind of whatever. I think it's okay. Alright, let's go. That was a lot of conversation, but this run does not look good right now. It does not look good. Because of Umbra banners. If any of these were a Remnant banner, I think we would be in a strong position, because Remnant banners are excellent. And all they have to show me is a Wickless Baron, and I think we can get there reasonably. Yeah, sadly we can't do the dupe self-infuse. Where would I do a self-infuse on a Baron if they show it to me? Okay. Ring 6. It's fine. It's actually a really good one. If I do it on ring 6, then I could dupe it again on ring 8. That is an 8, yeah. Go to 7 space on the run, maybe. Have 2 of them. I need to worry about an initial infusion of death on harvest runs. You're usually looking for a tomb, and most importantly, Remnant Host is the critical component of your run. You just need 4 units to die every turn. This Spikes trial is suicide. There is a wave that represents, it's what, a Forged Disciple with 2 foot soldiers behind it? We're never going to even kill that Forged Disciple, right? We just don't do enough damage. We're going to have enough HP, but we don't even kill it. And if we don't kill it, we leak the 10 damage behind. This is terrifying. This is the worst combat. And I realize that even though there's no Clergy in this combat, we don't take the spikes. That's just asking for death. We might leak too much. Like, how do we address this guy? We don't. At all. There's no way. Top floor setup, of course. And we just gamble our heart out for... Let's see, is there ever a world I play anything middle? Maybe. They show me dregs. I think I'd rather play the dregs top for harvest, though. In which case... Double train stewards here is better. Yeah, fine. Okay, hitting well on the collector. That's good for harvest and for money. We like that. You know, I should have maybe put the dreg in back so I could feed morsels up here, but it's such a minor change that I don't really care. How much damage do I do here? He's gonna do, what is this? 1, 2 deaths, so 12? Let's see, 12. This protector is going to be at 20. I need to do another 9. I can kill that dude if I play this dragon back. And then maybe I have an attack morsel or another dreg to kill the foot soldier. Yeah. That's kind of an unfortunate lifesteal morsel here, right? I could move the dreg off the floor. It's an interesting one. Putting the 9 here is not bad. I don't know. I think it's just fine to accept this, probably. I put the 3 into the morsel, into the dreg, sadly. Yeah, it's a mental thing for me to put dregs in front here so that they get hit first and die and chump block, but there was nothing on this floor. It was a bad call because of morsels. I did not consider that. If 3 damage costs me on this combat, oh well. It's a shame. This is also the worst turn for Double Drip Fall, because we never redraw in time, so these foot soldiers are just walking on us. Wow. Yeah, that's bad. I don't want to reorganize this floor because anything I drop is in a really bad position for me. Yeah, that can be pretty rough. I could play a Train Steward up top to get this as well if I need to, which gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 12 cards. I'm thinking about sending the Disciple down. The only downside to sending the Disciple down is I lose the Harvest up top. If I set this up correctly, I get 2 kills next turn, which might matter. Immortal Trade now? No, I want to play my cards. I think that is going to be correct. I can double daze down here at least, which prevents one of them from killing a Train Steward, maybe? Oh, no, I don't have the Ember for it. Never mind. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, Dreg is good. We take Shade Splitter first. I tank with this. I would like it to die. And then Dreg and back. That's a good turn. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. I really wanted to get both those Harvests into Rector. That is enough stats to beat the boss here, which I think is important. What am I playing? I have another Train Steward, so I don't need to worry about letting this one die. I could actually... Oh, I can't stealth it. Well, I could stealth this guy, though, and take 10. Sure. Extra damage into this thing, I'll take what I can get at this point. Alright, we're gonna leak that whole floor, aren't we? Oh yeah, we're leaking that whole floor. Let's see, Shade Splitter for damage morsel? No, okay, shame. Am I one off, really? Ooh, no, I can get that, can't I? Hold up. 25. I can give 1 to Rector by getting the morsel killed and then play the Dreg, and we at least stop 2 here. Yeah, okay. That stops 2 damage at least, and gets us an extra slay, which I think is good. So we take 10, and there's just nothing I can do about it. Who is this? Chains? Gross. What would I play on this next turn anyway? A morsel, maybe? A morsel, maybe, yeah. I may as well play the morsel and the Train Steward, right? It at least chunks out some lifesteal here. I can actually give this lifesteal down here. Oh, but he gets run over. Does 11 here. This Discipled Foot Soldier is going to suck. I'm debating behind Immortal Trade on our friend. 4 lifesteal, big value. I may not see these again. Ember Drain 2 is only... means I play the Curse and that's it. I think this is important, truly. I think not taking that is bad. So we would take, what is that? With the spikes, we would take an unfortunate amount of damage from... we did like 9 because this Train Steward would have killed himself and we would have been 5 damage short. Yeah. We'll again be at 2 Ember Drain. Hopefully this kills the boss. Oof, it does. Great job. Thank you. So because we hit that extra Immortal Trade, I didn't need to play the one before, but playing the one before guaranteed I didn't die, which is really the most important thing. Thank you, Harvest Rector, for being good. Cool. All right, we take 10 for not even the trial. We didn't take the trial, and we just take 10 no matter what. Yeah, it sucks. I think... ooh, Molded and Hollow Drippings. This would have been an okay burnout run if I had survived Ring 1, but that was a pretty tough Ring 1. Although Burnout Rector... nah, I wouldn't have redrawn him in time. I think I take the Tomb here. It plays nice with Engulfed in Smoke. Into Patient, one of the best solutions, I think. It also is a Tomb into Rector. Maybe they show me a holdover at the shop. Yeah, it's too good to skip. Although I would really have loved the Molded there. Prismal Dust, Space Prism, and Tumber Assault. Space Prism is just fine. This is just a fine card, I think. But Oh, well, hold on. Prismal Dust and the Patient, it's redundant with the stealth line we have. We're going to have enough stealth. They'll show me either an Endless or a Holdover, I'm pretty sure. Do I have to take an Entumber Assault? I have no magic power. I have no pings. I have nothing that does damage. I think I have to take Entumber Assault, actually. Even though I don't want morsels. I guess they could chump block. Yeah, I think I have to take this, and I'm just gonna... It's unfortunate. I would much rather have Space Prism. I think Entumber Assault is a requirement for me to not lose. Sadly. So we click it. Fair enough. Alright, let's go right. Show me your Warden or whatever the hell this is. Yo, multi-strike burnout 1? And the multi-strikes at 75? That is a bless roll. Whew, that's good. That's a 100 coster. Drop by 25%. We like to see that. Alright, what you got for me? Oh. Oh. Alright. Okay, so this is... I need to think for a moment. This is a really difficult choice. Okay, so for those not looking at the screen, this is... I'm probably going to dwell on this for a bit, because this is one of the hardest decisions I've had to make in an Umbra line for a while. I have to take one of these. Yeah, so for those not watching, we have Shadowsiege and Alloyed Construct as my units. And I only have Umbra banners, so I'm pretty much forced into this line. I also think that whatever I take here, I give multi-strike. Maybe? Definitely. If I take Alloyed Construct, he's getting multi-strike, period. And then I'm going to self-infuse him, and he's going to hit 4 times. And then we're going to rely on seeing enough morsels and morsel scaling. Maybe there's a Wicklash somewhere. You have Burnout on Alloyed Construct. You could do that. That works. And then we give it, you know, Lifesteal and Stealth. We could still stealth it. We just put the Stealth Tomb Burning Out behind. We saw the Burnout 1. Maybe there's an Endless somewhere in this run. I think you get there with Alloyed Construct. It's not pretty, but I think you get there. It is relatively low damage. This is interesting. The Alloyed Construct line might be what killed this person at ring 4, but I could also be seeing it as the thing that killed you at Patient, although you should overrun Patient. Patient has a very weak combat, and with Stealth in your lineup, I don't see you ever losing to Patient. But, okay, fair enough. So Alloyed Construct I think is fine. My main consternation and issue with Alloyed Construct here is the fact that I have Harvest Rector. Throwing away Rector is tough, and I can't make this work. What would I do? It would be Alloyed Construct, a Stealth Tomb, and Rector backline? It's not good. If I had Burnout Rector here and somehow muscled through ring 1, which I think would have been possible, you might have just taken like 35 damage or something. You might have not. You might have died because that backline would have gone up on the boss if you misrolled. I think if you had Burnout here, you could comfortably go Alloyed Construct and just play 2 floors, and Burnout would kill some things, you would reform them eventually. This run would look different. I wouldn't have taken Stealth Tomb because I would have just reformed Rector with a Molded. I think you can get there with Burnout Rector supporting Alloyed Construct, but with Harvest, it's much uglier. Can I take Shadowsiege? You may say, why the hell would he consider Shadowsiege? And it's really, toggle unit essences, it's this thing right here. Plus 60 attack, plus 50 health, and plus 2 space. Obviously space sucks a little bit, but with a 2 space unit going up to 4, I could take double space on this run. I could put anything with Shadowsiege essence behind our friend the Rector, and as long as it has even a modicum of scaling, it wins. If I see a Baron with Shadowsiege essence is pretty good. So the real thing I was saying earlier about the multi-strike, do I put multi-strike in the Shadowsiege? It's only 75 gold. If I didn't have the guild marker, I don't think I would, because it would be a lot of money, but if I pay 75 gold there, it's 75 gold, I go to 175. I re-roll it for 50. I have 115. I could buy the big thing, right? Yeah, I can buy the big thing, no matter what, because of guild marker. And if there's also something good, I mean, I should take the burnout 1 into this tomb when it's shown to me, right? Yeah, for sure. So I would go to, what, 20, 75, 95? Which leaves me with 50, 155 gold, I believe, if math correct. Yeah, that's absolutely right. So, okay, with 155, you could buy the big one. I could take the middle one if I see another thing. It's pretty flexible. Oh, no, that actually goes to 105. Oh, we still can buy the big thing. Yeah, I don't even have to take the 10 gold in the middle. The only thing I'm considering here is, what if Shadowsiege becomes playable somehow? Maybe they show me a Perils of Production? With only a 75 gold investment, I could open myself up to a really high rolly line here. Maybe they show me sketches or volatile gauge or something. Maybe I see Ember Relic somewhere. It's interesting. I don't think I would rely on the Shadowsiege, but its essence makes it ultimately usable no matter what. And I think I reasonably might be able to find a high roll here too. And it is a little more congruent with the harvest line I'm thinking of. This is tough. This is a very difficult decision. I'm dwelling on this a lot because I think if I... actually this floor 4 death might be the Shadowsiege pick, right? Yeah, I shouldn't make my decisions based on where people died, but if they were a little... If you're a little too perspective here, will I survive Ring 2 with just Rector? Probably there isn't. Probably. I have enough harvests. I have some pings. I could eat some pyre health here. I have immortal trades. We are somewhat uniquely positioned for Harvest Rector to solo the boss. And we just kind of let backline damage go. Maybe we ping off 1 or 2 of them with Umbra Assault. And then what? I go to the pyre remains on Ring 3. Well, not taking skipping the other unit is, that's a little questionable of a decision, but maybe. I don't know. Okay, this is tough, but I think I'm going to click Shadowsiege. I could dwell on this a lot. This is a decision in my personal runs that I would sit at for like 20 minutes, and then I would come back after, I don't know, some food, and then think about it and then make a decision. But I'm not going to spend that long. I'm not going to wander away. Let's click Shadowsiege. This is, and we're going to do the perspective take here. I'm going to take the multi-strike into it because this wins the game if I can play it. Period. Yeah, it wins the game. I'm going to re-roll this shop. And if I see quick, I'm not going to take quick as much as I would want to. I think investing too hard into the Shadowsiege is bad, but this is 75 gold thanks to guild marker. So I'm happy to make this gamble right now. Take the burnout 1. For sure. 155, I can re-roll this. Oh, endless! In my tomb. Okay. And I can afford it? Alright. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so I definitely never lose Ring 2 with this much stealth and the guaranteed harvest. I don't click this Divine Boons. I do not want upgraded crossbowmen to spawn. 20 shards is doomed here. We are probably not going to take any shards until Ring 4, depending on what my deck looks like and what units I get. Basically, the question is, do I get a good melting unit from Talos? And can I upgrade it at this steel shop? If I get bad Umbra units from Talos, I instead go right on Ring 4, find a Remnant Banner guaranteed, click whatever they show me. There's no bad unit. I'm always going to see something I pick. I think the worst choice here would be Tycoon and Lady of the Reformed would be pretty bad. Yeah. Also worth noting, if you're keeping track, Burnout Rector with no melting banners is really concerning, because that means you don't see Lady of the Reformed. And without Lady of the Reformed, you don't have a guaranteed way of keeping him alive. So pretty tough. This is pretty much the best roll I could have asked for from these shops. So I see what the player mentioned when they said that they just hit on the shops. Maybe they did the same thing, actually. That's not very heartening, I suppose. Let's go. This is enough. That's all I'm doing here. Guild marker is very interesting because it's the only reason I consider this line whatsoever. It's actually the only reason I could make that choice. Mark of Invasion is actually good. Right? It's good because anything that dies on Rector's floor feeds me. He could get sniped. 15 life if I have what? It's Rector, Shadowsiege, double deadweights, and then what? No, there's nothing else that kills me. I guess Immortal Trades? Okay, yeah, true. Immortal Trades would do it. So, double deadweight, Rector, Shadowsiege, Immortal Trade, and I lose. What is this combat? Redirectors? No, I would play him bottom then. And we would be fine. It would just look ugly. So we're fine to take this. In the worst case, with the absolute worst rolls, which are pretty unlikely, mind you, I just play bottom and we still win. I don't lose here. I'll take the 75 gold then. I think I'm willing to make a 6 HP or something trade or whatever. Yeah, with this start, I'm cool with this. We just tank it out and we're fine. Show me something that does damage, please. Hell yeah. Cool, I take 3. Great job. Go team. What you got for me? Yeah, okay, I would miss this collector anyway, but I do see the Molten Encasement, which is excellent news. I could play it in back for it to kill something, which I will do. Shade Splitter. I want the Dreg on this floor. Yeah, so watch this. I use Rector's HP to tank this. We do a Molten Encasement in the back, and then I do Dreg, and we kill 3 and take another 1. I could tank with this Rubble Morsel, or feed it. What would that change? The Ember does nothing for me next turn, I don't think. Can I get Rector? Actually, I want to feed him. How many are dying? 1, 2, 3, 4. He goes to 21. I'd have to hit 30. 21. So then it's next turn is 21 plus 9 kills the Disciple, and I play the Tomb in the back to kill the Discipled Foot Soldier. Yeah, okay, cool, we're fine. So I just face tank this with the Rubble Morsel then? For that, yeah, cool. Great news. Cool. Fair enough, I take another 1. Ooh, well, we just hit the Antumbra Assault, but I can still do what I was going to do. Also, the stealth maybe messes this up, because the Tomb gets killed. Kind of interesting. I don't actually get that pop then. But I can do Encasement here. Dragon back. Now the real question, I mean, it's always Dragon back, yeah? Yeah. Cool. That swings into the Foot Soldier, kills it, I take another 1. Or I could ping it. My main concern here is this next upcoming wave. I don't do 45 right now. Yeah, I don't do 45. 45 is a concern. How much are we doing? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 deaths, so we go up to 26 here. We easily win Relentless at this point. It's just a matter of how do I leak the least. I want to value every Pyre HP. And so the only reason I would not ping the Redirector here is if pinging that causes more damage next turn. So we'll be up to, let's see, we have 3 incoming damage. It's a pretty low attacking floor, so that means the Encasement swings. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 26, that's 31. We get 40 out of the Dreg totally, so we do 40. If we're taking 40 here, 40, then we leak this whole wave, that's bad. So yeah, if I I could reasonably replace some things on this floor. Maybe I see the Dreg or something. But there's not a lot of things that answer this. Either Dripfall does, for sure. Ooh, what are my answers? Dripfall. Dreg being played up top would ping out this Priest. If I ping out the... No, it would ping out the Disciple. I would take 3. So the only thing that saves me that damage is if I hit Dripfall. So 2 out of 11. Or I just come down here, ping the Conduit, play the Dreg here, and he swings because it only takes 2 damage. And then we guarantee clear this whole floor. I'm going to accept the 1 up top for that line. I think that is better. Yeah, this is going to look better. Take the 1, fine, 25 Pyre health. Yeah, did not hit the Dripfall. Did not hit the Dripfall, so I am very glad about this. Yeah, that extra 7 damage did the difference, and I even get the Dragon play. Cool. I can also take additional stealth here, which I will do, because the only units I have are burning out. Cool. Excellent. That puts us in a very positive position here. I can just burn out this encasement. I can play another Dreg. Yeah, for sure. I want the Dreg on the floor. I don't know. Train Steward maybe does 5 damage if I'm lucky. He does it. Cool. We're super fine. I mean, he has 108 life with 7 stealth. We're chilling. We're actually ahead on HP here. Yeah, great news. Oh, he swings into spikes and dies. That's funny. Whatever. It's fine. Him dying is actually okay. Sure. Cool. We're good. Okay, so we managed to navigate that. It was correct what I did. It saved 2 Pyre HP. Very cool. We get the money. We do see Wicklash. I am concerned about doing enough damage. What does Wicklash actually do for me? Sacred Wicks? This is a weird clan pack. 2 uncommons. I really wish I had seen another molded. Yeah, Mortal Entrapment and Sacred Wicks. Mortal Entrapment is odd. I think Daze conflicts with my stealth strategy, but it does help with... What is it? Not mini bosses. Well, yes, mini bosses. Anything that goes to the Pyre likes being dazed. Sacred Wicks is interesting from a perspective of bringing back Dregs for more tanking. Our Tomb is already endless, so I don't really care about that. Wicklash does give us a good holdover target. I don't need it to be engulfed in smoke ever because Molten Encasement. I would not want 2 stealth cards on holdover. Man, I just need to find a way of cheating out the Shadowsiege now. If I can do that. Maybe I'd go to the Horde and just high roll, just hit. There are a lot of things that do this for me. Anything like a Hell's Banners does it. And then all I need is to take space somehow. True. I'm going to take Wicklash because 10 damage represents a lot when my floor kind of sucks. Maybe I can make a Dreg do something useful. Yeah, it's fine. It's a shame I didn't see another... what is it? Space Prism here. I would have liked that. The 6 space floor for Shadowsiege. Yeah, tough. A little tough. Okay, fair enough. Never a third immortal trait. I think Prismal Dust is redundant with stealth. I'm going to take Packed Morsels. And you may say why. The answer is because it creates 3 chump blockers, and anything that increases Rector's attack stat is actually really valuable. And if this turns into 3 Harvest Triggers on a floor, then hell yeah. Also, if I see a Hell's Banners, that could be the way I cheat out Shadowsiege. Kind of a weird one, but I will take it. It's better than the other options. And now the real question, do I take a normal unit at this Umbra banner? The problem is, this is another thing with this clan combo. I should have maybe just gambled on Burnout Rector, because at least Burnout Rector plays nice with Umbra lines. Harvest does not. Not seeing a melting unit makes Harvest kind of bad, even though he's soloing our early run, right? He 1v1'd the boss in Ring 2 and in Ring 1. What would I dupe? Molten Encasement? No, I wouldn't. I don't need more stealth. At this point, that's enough survivability. We have HP in the form of Rector. We have survivability in the form of stealth. I just need power. What could this show me? That would be powerful. Let's look at the logbook. I want... Yeah, okay. An advanced prototype, that'd be excellent. Let's see. Cheater's Hand would be good. Just kick Shadowsiege until he's playable. Forever Flame reduces the Ember cost by 2. Hell's Banners, I've already talked about. Good one. Improved Firebox makes him playable immediately on Ring 4. That would be good. What else is there? I would take Pyre Wall. Anything that saves my Pyre right now would be good. Refracting Lens. Sketches, of course. Gauge, of course. We didn't see Perils of Production, sadly. True. Alright, let's look at Melting. Burning Candle would be excellent. Helps with backlines. I mean, Wax or Snuff are fine. Otherwise, not a lot here. Flicker Slicker, of course. Flicker Slicker, I could just trigger that to hit. That would be excellent. We should probably go for this Relic. There's a lot of good hits. Let's see. And there's not a ton in Umbra, but still things like Winged Technology and Refined Void are nice. Mindjacks is cool. With Mindjacks, I'd have 6. We're going to go to this Horde, I'm pretty sure. There's enough stuff they could show me that I think answer my problems. And... hold up. I don't think we ever lose Ring 3 if I walk into Talos with 45 life. Because, say we leak every single unit, that's, what, 30 damage? And then Rector 1v1s Talos? Absolutely. It's one of the rare cases where a champion can do that. Am I really walking in with no playable unit in Talos? I'll have to take something from Talos. She shows me a unit, though, and I never lose on Talos, which is an interesting realization here. This is a very big gamble I'm thinking about, actually. Obviously, I hit, what, Ring 4? And then we pop off. Whatever they give me, I could put Shadowsiege into it, or maybe Shadowsiege becomes playable by some miracle with this Horde. I go left, upgrade whatever they give me. If I see nothing good, I go right, take the Remnant Banner, put Shadowsiege into the Remnant Banner unit. Give up on Rector because I don't need his HP, really. Yeah, that sounds good. We're going to go right. I'm pretty confident that I don't lose this way. And you know how you can win Monster Train? Just don't lose. It's basically the same thing. Alright, show me the high roll. Give me sketches. Tempered Talisman and Encased Ember. Oh, but we have an Endless Tomb, don't we? Yeah, alright, I'll take that. That's Ember. Cool. And we have only one spell that does damage, Encased Ember. Yo, wait a second. Hold up, let me think. 5 Ember. I have 3 Molten... So this makes... Hold up, this makes Shadowsiege playable, right? 8 Ember? Yeah. I take space on Talos. We have 8 Ember. The only problem is I can only replay him on the second draw through, which is fine for later combats, because combats are longer, and I've removed cards, but it never works on Talos. But I don't need him for Talos. What's in this temple? That's actually, I think, maybe works. Hold up, don't take anything. Yeah, I'm terrified of every combat until Shadowsiege actually walks out, or I have another unit to play with Rector. I should not take any shards here, even if they're good. Yeah, I'm very weak right now, and adding shards is just more pyre health sacrifice to an upgraded something. Even though I really want to make Engulfed in Smoke free, this is a case where this provides value, but not at the value that I need right now. I need offensive value, which I cannot get. Okay, we don't take that. I'm going to stay at 10. Let's go to the caverns. What you got for me? Ugh. I don't know. I was hoping for maybe Dante or something. I guess you can't. I don't know. This would never have been submitted to me if they showed me a good unit, right? This would never be submitted if you just showed me Dante, because here Dante plus Wicklash, all I have to do is survive to ring 5 and I win, etc., etc. I go left, get upgrade. All right, we get random consumable cards. Umbra? Show me Space Prism, I'll take that. I don't want Melting Remnant is just Hallowed Drippings, maybe Sacred Wicks. I don't want those. I guess I would take Sacred Wicks, maybe. Awoken is Wildwood Sap, Pyre Shards, and Invigorating Solution? Yikes. Invigorating Solution's not bad, but... Show me Space Prism. Hey, Space Prism, I'll take it, okay. Now maybe there's an Intrinsic somewhere? It's not here. Would I take Intrinsic? Yeah? It's interesting because that does change a bit. I'm not playing Shadowsiege until second draw through, which means I will always see my Space Prism before Shadowsiege, even without Intrinsic. I don't need Intrinsic. Which makes draw better from Talos then. Pretty interesting. I think that is true. I will have Ember from Encased Ember. I'll have enough space on Space Prism. That's actually a really good hit. Huh. Getting Space Prism there is really good roll. Yeah, excellent. Okay, that's actually great news. I'll stay at 10 shards for sure. Let's roll Talos. I think she's super dead. And you might think this looks a bit shocking. Me walking in here with no playable unit, but we should be fine. She's only doing 7s here. And the only thing that will upgrade in this whole combat is 1 clergy. Is this conduits? Oh, it is. Yeah, it's true. It is conduits. I'm going to play the dragon back, I think. For the same reason that I didn't do it earlier, it would be nice to be able to put a morsel into Rector here. Yeah. I could... Actually, he swings. No, he doesn't. He doesn't swing at all. I don't want to play it up top. It blocks too many of my 1 space units. We'll just send it on bottom. I don't want to redraw it. I want to hit this Shadowsiege, maybe. If by some miracle I can draw through quick enough. Yeah, it's a rough draw, friends. I want to ping off as many of these as I can. I get 1 here. Sure, dude. Okay. She goes top now. Okay, give me something to chump block with. Great. And the Antumbra Assault, excellent. I can always chump block Talos with some morsels here. I see some morsels. I could ping off one of these dudes, but they only represent 1 to the pyre if they go up. I'm more worried about the foot soldiers. You know what also would have been good on this run? If they had showed me a Mind Collapse. Instead I had to take Packed Morsels, which is, it's okay, it'll chump block. We're killing a foot soldier, by the way, and you can't stop me. Give me an HP. Yeah, that's good. HP is a big trade. It dies, giving a trigger here. It eats the whole wave, so Rector now swings, which means I can play the Dreg in the back for another hit, and I got an attack morsel, so we clear the floor. And that morsel now gets eaten by Rector. Truly awesome. I'm gonna take the two Shade Splitters here because, yeah, even if I do this, it does 5 damage into him, which maybe brings him closer to getting killed by something. That was a pretty well navigated turn, I think. Bottom, middle, okay. Alright, we see our tomb. And I see the packed morsels. This, oh, that's a Nightmare Clergyman, huh? Yikes. Okay, thoughts. I think I should crack the packed morsels no matter what, see what we get. Okay, this Antumbra morsel tanks the whole round, which is good. But this morsel miner is value. This is a case where I think This is what, 30 damage? We're doing 30 into it. I can add 6 plus 5, so 11. I can kill it, right? Yeah, I can kill it. You put the encasement middle. So, oh, no, it's not going to work because of the stupid sap. In that case, this attack doesn't do it. Hold up. Sap 1? It's going to come in with 7, right? Hey, we've done it. And I don't feed anything to our poor friend. I guess I could. Give him this attack morsel, because I want to do as much damage into this thing as possible. Now the real question is, what do I drip fall? Good question. I could stop 5 damage by drip falling, but it basically just kicks the can down the road because this conduit wave is going to converge on me and just feel terrible. I'm going to leak this 5, no matter what. I could drop a Disciple behind, which means there's only one 40 HP dude. What is this? 36 HP dude to get through, and maybe I snipe out this clergyman. It basically just rearranges the next turn's floor. That's pretty good, right? Just rearrange that floor. Doing it on bottom does nothing. I kind of wish the haste was a resolve trigger or something. Or I'm not sure, whatever it is. It kind of would be nice if Daze worked on it. That's basically what I'm saying. So, with that said, I take 5 here. Fine. I'm going to drop this Disciple to rearrange this floor to make it a little better. I'm going to leave the Miner in because if I get to feed it to Rector, that's a lot of value. And we accept 5 on this turn. Alright. I can never play Shadowsiege on this combat. She goes Relentless next turn. I would have to... Yeah, this encasement goes on top of my deck, so I draw 5. Yeah, I never play it on this combat. So we take the Space Prism top. Ooh, Wicklash is good. It kills that dude. Oh, hold up. Keeping this Train Steward alive is huge, because I can now drip the Clergy and he dies there. How much is this? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9? Show me something good. That's not something good. Sadly, this takes 1 hit, and we lose the encasement. So I can't ever swing here, sadly. This is what? 43? Ooh, someone else is running this with me. Who we got? We got a friend. Alright, fair enough. They're probably going to finish way quicker than me. Molten Encasement. I think it always goes here. And then, yeah, they both die. I did the math. I knew they would. It's interesting. I think you maybe make different decisions if you know what's in this run a little bit. Would I? Yeah, actually, in hindsight, I think I would take Burnout Rector, because then I could just take Alloyed Construct and we have a much more normal looking run. This, whatever the hell I'm doing here, if it works, it's gonna win. But if it doesn't work, I'm dead. Alright, we leak whatever the hell that is. Big numbers. Cool, 31, fine. It's fine. Ooh, check it, check it, check it. This is good. I can do Encasement. I actually want to get a Dread killed here. So we take Stealth now. No, wait up. I do... It doesn't matter. Right, it doesn't matter. It's a lot of Ember to work with. Do a Dragon Front, it dies. I can now feed something, lifesteal and some damage. Sure, perfect. And we get this Dread killed, I think. Well, actually, I'm gonna leave it in. If it dies later on, that's great. We don't leak anything else. Good job. We should win Relentless without problems. Ho ho, Wicklash to save our friend. Hell yeah, 3 turns. Good job. Sure. I'm going to take whatever they'll give me here, truly. He gets through the Protector. I'll take it. I'm not going to mess around, alright? Get it, Train Steward. Alright, cool. We win this for sure. Yeah, 39 seems good. Cool. Very cool. We don't even take damage. We actually come out ahead on Rector. Great job. This is one of the few cases where I think a Rector path can just solo like that. I think we would have burned out for sure with Burnout Rector. I would have had to take the Alloyed Construct line. Okay, show me something I want. Oh, actually, Alloyed Construct could have been really good here. Shroud Mitosis, pretty strong. You see the Packed Morsels and the Umbra Assault. This person's so much faster than me. That's funny. But anyway, yeah, we could... Alloyed Construct is the much safer line here if you go that route. But I think you have to pick Burnout Rector in order for that to even make reasonable sense. So in hindsight, I would take Burnout Rector here. But hopefully I can navigate this to a win anyway. None of these do anything for me. Wax and Spike is bad. It kills my Rector. Yeah, okay, fine. Yo, Baron. We're talking. Baron here is a snap pick. We have Alloyed Construct and Tycoon, but I'm not really going to even talk about it. We already mentioned it. Baron is the right answer. There's no doubt in my mind. Okay, that is ridiculously good, I think. Yeah, that's exceptional news, in my opinion. Great job. Now, I already talked through this a little bit, so I'm not going to dwell on it. I think it is draw here, simply because I'm always playing Shadowsiege second draw order, and I can just Space Prism. The only concern is that basically means I can only play him middle, or bottom rather. Are these combats fast enough? Well, with the draw relic, I get through them fast enough. I think if they showed me an intrinsic Space Prism... No, I wouldn't do that. There's no way I would ever do that. Because it doesn't matter. I'm always playing him round 2. Now, playing him round 2 on Divinity, think about the eventual line. If I'm going to do that on round 2 being second time drawing through my deck, I need to draw fast. And by fast, I mean... 6 draw, 18 card deck kind of fast. Or we just lose because I don't kill units. Now, fortunately, this Baron helps in a massive amount. Truly massive. He is the backline. Give me multi-strike. Maybe I self-infuse him later. I do no infusions on Shadowsiege. Does this run look much more normal if I take Space Prism, top, go to 7, and just play Shadowsiege Wickless Baron? Who'd be what, 6 space? Floor with Rector in front. I'd need 7 to play the Tomb. I could just send the Tomb on a lower floor. Should I do that? Is that fun? I already have a multi-strike in him. Oh man. These are decisions that are hard, actually. I said I wasn't going to dwell on this, but I think if I'm going to do Shadowsiege infused into Baron, I need to take space here. Yes, I would need to take space. I should probably take space anyway. I'm going to take space anyway because I'm going to want to play 2 of them no matter what. If I go to the Shadowsiege line, I have to dupe it eventually, so I need space no matter what on this run. That is correct. And Space Prism is not enough because it only sets up 1 floor, and it locks me out from playing it on middle. So I think the elite big brain here is take space because it's correct no matter what I do. Whether I lay into Shadowsiege or if I play into the Big Baron. Yeah, lock it in. Okay, cool. Alright, we see a bunch of removals and what is this, Divine Relic or something? What do you got? Oh... Hold up. What do we have? Endless means... Yeah, this person's already done with Battle 3. Are they using the... That has to be... the alloy construct line if you're moving that fast. Okay. Endless means this molten encasement never gets purged with the wheel. And if this Baron dies, then we're losing anyway because it's behind Rector. Yeah, I mean, if any of these upcoming bosses go to Pyre, we're basically dead. Pretty much. Pretty much. But that purges 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. Get down to 20 right now. It's always wheel here. Always wheel. I think the Cloud is maybe scary because it could potentially snipe out my Baron. And I don't need the healing for anything. I can just throw an Immortal Trade into whatever I want to save. Yeah. Correct. If I ever play Shadowsiege, he's winning the combat. He never dies. Especially with Immortal Trades. So I think this is really just a free 9 purges, which is obscene. Yeah, we don't take this. The fittings, I have 1 damage spell, and as nice as piercing on it would be, it's just no thanks. Yeah, okay. Alright, this run pivots again a little bit. We have a Baron. Yes, we have a Baron. With Baron, I want Merchant of Steel and removals. I can now remove Shade Splitters. I'm going to remove all the Dregs passively, all the Train Stewards passively. If I remove 2 Shade Splitters here, I go to 18 cards? Is that for real? Yeah. Wow. Okay, so we go left, for sure. I have the unit. I do not need this Remnant banner. Lock it in. Also, Pyre health is amazing. We don't have to remove units. I remove Shade Splitters. They are chump blockers, but it's fine because, you know, packed morsels or whatever. It's not diligent, right? Yeah, okay. Show me a multi-strike. Okay. Alright, multi-strike it is. That's excellent. Now I know what you're thinking. Double multi-strike Shadowsiege? No. No. 2 hits is enough. I get 2 of these in the run with Immortal Trades and like 14 cards in my deck. We win. It's fine. They have enough life to survive even the multi-strike wave on the Divinity. It's cool. Maybe I see a quick later. I need to not lose the next 2 combats. So we take multi-strike here. Let me briefly look at the temple here. They show me the intrinsic, but like I told you, intrinsic doesn't matter. I took space. I can play him automatically. The space prism is for the second one middle. Yeah. Spell chain? No. No. Don't get baited here. I need shards low. And then I self-infuse Baron here for 25 to 35. I'd probably take the relic here for 50. I need to take shards somewhere. 50. Maybe I do double space. My deck is going to be so slim and I'm going to have tons of Ember. If my deck is like 14 cards, I can take double space. And then I dupe the Baron. And that is a fast ramp. Maybe I see a Remnant Host somewhere. And then I infuse that into Stealth Tomb, which would be 75, 90 here. I take a 10 somewhere. I have something that can take magic power. We should be fine. Yeah, we should be fine here. Harvest 2 for sure. An argument for Dark Calling, but I think it's wrong. I want Accumulator to do more damage, is really the truth of it. So yeah, Accumulator 2. We take no shards here. This is going to be the lowest shard count run at Ring 4 for me in a very long time. Baron upgrade, yeah, for sure. Yes, lock it in, correct. Okay. A reroll here, I think I almost am guaranteed. I think only the 120 goes to, what is it, 100-ish? The math is weird. It's not always actually 25%. I don't need an Endless. I don't need an Endless. I would take a quick. I think I'm going to buy this plus 25 into Baron, though. Because I'm setting him up top floor. That person's cruising. I'm so slow at the video game. I hate the challenges. Let me see those people. It makes me feel bad. All right, I think 25 is probably correct, but I don't think I need it right now. Where my next steel shop's at. It's never going to this one. This is my self-infuse on Baron. I probably... Oh, maybe I see another steel shop on the next ring. Wow, it's a lot of steel shops, huh? I don't need a Merchant of Magic for anything. At all. And Pyro remains as big value. Maybe this Horde shows me some other mechanism to make this run easier to play. I value relics a lot right now because there's so many things that just simplify this. Once you've kind of already got the Shadowsiege and it's a reasonable line, then relics become high value because there's like 50 different high rolls you could see. And at that point, it's cool. Also, fun fact, if they show me sketches at some point and Baron gets played middle, I can actually just Dripfall Rector in and then create the Shadowsiege Baron Hellfloor of Destiny, and I don't even need stealth at that point. That's funny. I should keep that open. I should keep that slot open. Yes, so we move on here. Yes, I don't have to buy removals right now. I'll just chill on my money. We're going to purge so many cards here. This combat is the scariest combat, though. For sure. Yeah. Ooh. We should respect. Never aggressive amulet here. Never. Conduits are scary. I don't want to turn the front tank on turn 1 into a thing that does 20 damage to my pyre. We just keep this off. Cool. This run is going to look bizarre compared to most of my runs. But both drip falls on turn 1? Gross. I don't even want to play them. Because if I draw something that gets attacked next turn, which I'm pretty likely to... It's a really bad draw, huh? Because I'm pretty likely to, then I would want them to swing and kill it. It powers up Rector and Baron. Yeah, fine. I mean, we're just going to leak all this, right? There's no way around it. Play the morsels. I want to play all my units. They burn out and die horribly. No infusions on this floor, that's good. I mean, with 10 shards, I don't actually think anything can be upgraded at this point. I think the lowest upgrade is 14 for one of these clipped conduits here. So we should just have a freebie. Okay, what do I sacrifice? I think I just play the Dreg middle. It's fine. It'll die eventually. And then I chump block with... We play 2 Train Stewards, by the way, on bottom. Every death is good. Well, it could be top. No, I'd rather use morsels. Get morsels killed. Jeweler. Excavator. That's something. We play the other one down bottom. I guess I'll give the Excavator to... I don't want to redraw it. Fine. We just leak all this. Okay. It sucks, but it is what it is. Alright, good. We see the encasement. Yikes. Our scaling is bad. Very, very bad. 7 here. Train Steward bottom. So that it purges. I'm going to play... Ugh, this feels like it does nothing. I want to take another 9 into him. He's taking what? It walks up with 51, 2 rounds. I take 12, 21, 22 here. This combat should be the last combat where this really sucks, I think. I think so, yeah. I'll put it in front in case it chumps next turn. That's fine. I'll put this down here. It does at least 4 to that guy. Yeah, if any of these dudes were upgraded, we would be dying right now. Yikes. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that sucks. We're just tanking everything to the pyre here. I take another 13. Yeah, another 13. We're gonna win Relentless at least. Woof, this is the worst combat here. Show me a damn drip fall on the right turns. Ah, drawing them both turn 1 was so bad. Alright, it's Space Prism middle. Oh, we don't actually get to do it, right? I was tanking these dudes here, and what that means is this Train Steward doesn't die. We actually kill something. Wow. I take another, God, 3 hits. I take 19. I go to a whopping 17 here. Well, we won't die. Play the encasement, it's fine. Our deck is really thin, at least. I'll put the Space Prism middle. Now the thing is, I can't put Shadowsiege here, because if it gets crossed by the conduit, it actually kills Shadowsiege, and that's bad. Order, by the way, I don't think this was correct to stealth it. This way, we lose what? Yeah, I think we actually lose a bit if I play this Engulfed in Smoke, so I won't. I'll play it on bottom. It'll do something, right? Fine. It doesn't change anything up there anyway. Big 17. Ooh. Clipped Conduit, good. Yeah, Clipped Conduit, good. I can feed... We do the encasement in the back. I'll give Morsel Miner here. I play Train Steward, Dreg. My entire deck purges. And I let this Excavator chill. That's awesome. Shadowsiege enters the fray and just beats this boss into oblivion. Cool. Cool. Yeah, that seems good. Alright, our deck is down to 18. We took 64 damage. Oh, and they show us the Remnant Host. Okay, we power up. So I need to make sure I don't accidentally purge this Remnant Host with Broken Wheel, but this... If I can now survive Ring 5... I win? Yeah. Okay. Moment of truth. I take Excavation Eruption. It says damage, and it might kill a backline, which is really scary right now. Yeah, okay, fine. 20 cards in the deck. Cool. Very good. I want Pyre Health and this Relic. Cool. Show me goods. Trader's Quill is something. I have... 2 consume spells. Mark of a Champion does +8 attack. Fine. Quick. Into my Shadowsiege for 90 gold is pretty good. I'll reroll this. Wow. Multi-strike into my Baron. Also pretty good. I should be able to accelerate through this really fast. How? Okay, so with this in mind, I actually think I do Remnant Host Infusion on Ring 6. How much life my friend have? A lot more than me. 20. A little spooky for you too, friend. I'm really interested in if the Alloy Construct line wins with Burnout Rector. I think it gets there, but it might be touch and go. Okay, so I think I dupe Baron on Ring 5 no matter what, because it's a good lineup for it. But I think I actually do the Remnant Host Infusion first, because it's so much stronger. Yeah. And Shadowsiege just beats the ever-living hell out of this upcoming combat anyway, if I play him. This Horde is tempting. But can I really risk this? The nice thing about 10 shards right now is I'm never at risk for I'm literally never at risk of an upgraded card. I'm playing basically a non-DLC run right now. Except I happen to have 10, I had some extra gold early on. That's actually it. Which is pretty funny. So let me make sure, if I skip this relic, can I still get to 100? I take 50 from infusions, 100%. I have that guaranteed. That's 60. I almost certainly am duping one of them at some point. That's 75. And as long as I'm taking some 25 from these temples, we get there. I'm going to skip this relic. Yeah, because I'm still scared. I could get run over here. Now, fortunately, I don't think there's a world I lose too bad here, because we're going to go through our deck in 4 turns. So we get Shadowsiege out pretty early, as long as he wins, which he should. What would I buy next combat? I mean, I have everything upgraded. Truly, I have hit. They're not kidding when they told me that they found everything they wanted at shops. I go where next turn? I go left. I don't even need money. So I'm going to buy a removal into a Shade Splitter here. Get my deck back down to a 19. Yeah. Spend all your money here to be as powerful as possible and as least likely to lose. Because again, if I get past this and I get the Endless on everything, we win. I might actually Remnant Host into Molten Encasement and then dupe it. Interesting. Maybe not. Problem is the stealth causes weird stuff, right? I can't play multiples on the floor. Maybe I just keep the Remnant Host endless and I don't infuse them then. But then I'm worried about shards. No, because then I can go double space here, right? Or I can... Yeah, I can go double space and have an extra Baron. Yeah, that's the winning line. That also scales me fast enough. Yeah, we skip this relic and we continue. I'm kind of rooting for this dude. You should win, man. I believe in you. Let's go. This is the most touch-and-go thing I've seen in a long time. Ancient Hate. You know what? We don't take this money. You may say why, but truly, I'm going to be relying on Entumbra Assault and Excavation Eruption here, and I need to not die. A single one of these Silent Marksmen going up is a problem. I forgot their name for a second, is why I paused there. Yeah, we skip this. We're just going to chill. I need to not lose. Morsel turn 1. Fine. Baron goes down, Rector goes down. I want the space on middle because I might be able to play Shadowsiege there. That's very good. 3 hits means I actually can take the money here. That's pretty cool. Ooh, I actually want to feed the HP into the Molten Encasement, I think. Yeah, I do. And I send this one here. Fine. Seeing the stealth that turn, very good. We'll stack up additional stealth. This is a very powerful turn for me, by the way. Stealth, I want to Excavation Eruption middle. Yeah, hit that guy. Perfect. Molten Encasement in. This Whiplash is maybe on the chopping block to be removed now because our line has changed. Okay, good scaling, good scaling. Do I kill here? No, but I can drip fall this guy and get the kill. Now, don't play the Remnant Host or I'm throwing. How much are we doing here? This is 86. He has 85 life. If I play the Molten Encasement, he swings and does 5. Oh, no, it's free because he burns out on this turn. This is what I was talking about. Yeah, check it. Yeah, check it. He burns out, which means we actually kill the tank first. And that just is much better. Nope, this is fine. These 3 all die because I have 3 multi-strikes. We're going to get there, I think. This is a really good combat for this. I think Sycophants of Seraph posed a big challenge for us. But this one is fine. I also could have taken the Harpy's Guard, I'm pretty sure. It's a good roll. We do not play Remnant Host. I will play Shade Splitter. I'll just feed more life into this thing. Yeah, great news. Don't mess with the floors. Yeah. Cool. Great. Kill them all again. Excellent news. Play the Molten Encasement. I also now want to Entumbra Assault middle or front. I want all of Wickless Baron to swing into this overcharged tank here. I want a face tank with a morsel here. Cool. And then just send this thing on bottom. I could take this packed morsels and just burn it. Oh, hold up. We super clear this next floor? Yeah, okay. Packed morsels. Trader's Quill, thank you. We just do this. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Maybe he gets a hit. Go for it, bud. That's an excellent turn. We definitely clear this. Excavation Eruption clears the back line. I don't need to play Shadowsiege here, do I? I could play Shadowsiege here, but we win off of this. 25, it's 7 rounds. I mean, Shadowsiege does win. He totally wins, doesn't he? Think about the math here. He's doing 25 damage a round. It takes 4 rounds. It wins. I'm just gonna not play it though. I realize the math is in my favor, but if I don't know, if I'm making the 2:45 a.m. mistake of something and I lose Shadowsiege here, I lose, period. Yeah. We're guaranteed to win this already. 100%. Don't play Remnant Host. Cool. Yeah. Easy. Very easy, yeah. There was no need to make that risk. This floor looking pretty good. With that self-infuse and another Baron, we're gonna get it. Alright, cool. Crushing Demise is an exceptional card. Just kill me enemies, please. I think that's going to be worthwhile. Although, I'm not going to have an open floor because I'm going to have 2 Shadow Sieges. I guess I was also not really considering the fact that I need to dupe Shadow Siege at some point, huh? Yeah, I'm going to dupe Shadow Siege at some point. Am I? Maybe the Harvest line is strong enough? Oh wait, no. Shadow Siege has Endless after this combat, so I can just replay him whenever he dies. Turns out that's pretty good. Mortal Entrapment, Redundant. Subsuming Blade is nice. It's actually a really good card. I could use it to ping off back things. Yeah, and it's piercing. Yeah, I think this is better. Because Crushing Demise is good, but dead sometimes. So what is my line? Am I duping Shadowsiege? Hey, congrats, dude. You made it through Ring 7. Am I duping Shadowsiege, or am I duping the Baron? Baron probably represents a lot more value. Scaling, relentless, multiple hits, more hits. This thing is going to open up the front too, and then we just clobber the backs with the Barons. And it'll have Endless. In that case, really, I should take Subsuming Blade here to pick off back things. Yeah, fine. Feast, Void Binding, Emberforge, nah, no problem. Alright, we made it. We did it. With 10 shards. Give me the Immortality Potion. My whole everything is endless now. I go left. Yes, lock that in. Money, removals go into Shade Splitters. Have you ever seen such a lad? Quick multi-strike, endless Shadow Siege? Yeah, Immortal Trades also mean that Shadow Siege just never dies. I actually think Wicklash should burn out, should be gone, right? Shade Splitter could tank a little bit. Yeah, burn out Wicklash here. Bad. Okay. This is a slim deck, wow. And the Shade Splitter here. What is my redraw like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 cards in the redraw. What's in this temple? I need to take stuff here. -2 and a Subsuming Blade? Sure. Intrinsic? I wish I could intrinsic a unit. Intrinsic the Engulfed in Smoke? I need to take shards very badly. Okay, let's think. I could not infuse Encasement and Remnant Host. It is an option. I don't think it matters too terribly much. I actually don't think I need the second space now, huh? With my current thought process, because of the way the dupes work out. This run is kind of weird to navigate from this perspective, because let's think about it. If I dupe Shadowsiege, which is really strong by the way, then in that world, I do not need a second Baron. So I self-infuse the Baron, I infuse the Remnant Host, because I never take another space, and then I use my last morsels that survive by some miracle to chump block and take the extra hits, and we have 6 space on top and it's fine. And then I use my Space Prism middle so I can play the Shadowsiege on any floor. Cool, that is an answer. Great job. Now the next question, of course, is that's 50 shards. With a duped Shadowsiege, that's 60, which means I need to take another 40 in the next 3 temples. So I'm looking for the most value. Yeah, that's a pretty good line. Turns out, Endless Multi-Strike 1 Quick Shadowsiege is really strong. He's going to do a lot of damage. He's crazy. Cool. Obviously, if 2 die at the same time, I can only replay 1, but that's fine. My deck is essentially no cards, which is pretty blessed. Intrinsic into what? Now, you may think something else, but here's the question. I guess it doesn't matter if the Baron dies because he's endless. So I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh no, what if Baron dies and I don't have enough stealth on time? Like, what if I draw this Molten Encasement too late? It doesn't matter. That never happens. That never happens because endless. So I don't need to intrinsic anything. That's weird. I definitely take this -2 somewhere. If I draw 1 card early and I want to play it, what do I want it to be? Probably Subsuming Blade. Because once I have 8 Ember a turn, it's kind of a moot point. I'm playing these for 3 and 2, and I kind of don't care, as long as I'm not also playing a Shadowsiege on that turn. Yeah, we need to take shards here. Okay, I think I'm going to do the double Shadowsiege line. I think it is just going to be stronger. Baron with another Baron is strong, but it requires scaling. Shadowsiege just punches things. And in that world, I want Remnant Host into Molten Encasement right now. Yes. Maybe I don't. I don't actually, right? Because the Remnant Host has Endless from this Immortality Potion. I would actually rather dupe the Baron and self-infuse it now. And then just get an extra harvest is the word I was looking for, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's correct. Because I'm going to dupe the Baron anyway. It's always going to happen. Yeah, okay, cool. We take the Baron dupe. Sorry this is taking so much thought. I have to make sure my line is correct. I do, because any of these orders in the wrong order, or if I dupe the wrong thing, it basically screws the whole run. I'm at 10 shards in the Arcus here. Baron into Baron, very good, with 3 multi-strike. 3 hits. Yes. Cool. Great job. I take the -2 into Subsuming Blade. This will presumably be over 15 or 30 by the time I reach the Divinity, which would be exceptional. 50 shards here is nice, because I'm taking an infusion on ring 7 to 75. I guess I could do it on ring 8. Hey, they beat Seraph. Congratulations. You're already ahead of our main player. Now, hopefully you beat the Divinity. Cool. I'm kind of rooting for this person here, huh? How'd you do? You're doing alright. 90 health, you didn't leak anything. You're pretty strong. Do I need this intrinsic? No. Lock it in, I don't. And then, so I go to 75 here, and I take 25 worth of stuff from these temples. And I dupe an uninfused Shadowsiege in ring 8. I get more removals, too. Maybe I'll go to this Merchant of Trinkets and we'll do some other silly things. I actually would not take sketches from this position. Kind of weird. Alright, Arcus. Maybe I can elevator my Shadowsiege on this combat. That'd be fun. I love 18 cards. There's really not much else I need to draft here. I suppose I would take things that maybe deal with backlines, but not a big deal. Let's ping out a dude. No. Take it back. Shade Splitter instead. Yeah. I don't want to steal Harvest. Hi, Shadowsiege. How's it going? Cool. We do Molten Encasement here. What are you spawning on this one? Dazed and Incant? I don't really care that much. Molten Encasement. Baron enters the fray. I want the Subsuming Blade down here. Get this thing scaling a little bit. Cool. Space Prism goes middle. Nice. Big value turn. We should scale to a very good level here. Yeah, we're good. This is a good looking harvest run here. Incant here. You want to see some truly blessed stuff. You put the Remnant Host in front and this floor goes out of control. I packed morsels here and just get them killed. Fortunately, they don't get endless. How strong are we? 30 by 3. It's tough to say. I think we're actually really strong here. Yeah, I think we actually cruise through this whole floor. Yeah. I want to make sure that my harvests go up top is the main reason this is the thing. Are we good? Oh, we're good. Cool. Of course, the one floor with an overcharged tank. We might actually just be fine with this Wickless Baron floor, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, we might just be totally fine with that floor. He's going to harvest, or I think the next turn is Rally up top here, but we have Shadowsiege in action here, so we're good. Also, 13 Ember is pretty strong, actually. Does this just win right now? Thanks, Shadowsiege. Very cool. I could have played a middle. Yeah, okay, so I don't want to leak 2 damage, so I play these bottom. It's fine. If I just play 8 lifesteal on Shadowsiege, does he win? Probably. Probably. Cool. Yeah, this is pretty cool. And in the worst turns, I can just ping out my own dude. Seems good. I will play stealth. I will ping my dudes so that they all burn out. Excellent news. Shadowsiege beats this man. I think he wins. Yeah, he wins. That's pretty good. This run, 150 by 3, that's a we're in pretty good shape. Shadowsiege is beating a man up. Seriously, Shadowsiege, when he punches, that is a satisfying punch. Nice. All right, I think we're good. Ooh, Devourer of Death, though. This changes things. I keep the Molten Encasement separate, and I put a Devourer of Death in it. And this actually is good because then I get one more tomb and a floor, and I can remove all morsels. Yeah, he's excellent here. Hell yeah, we have the excellent run. Now, draw. I have enough Ember. I'm going to have 2 tombs dying every turn, which is 10 Ember, 13 a turn. Yeah, draw cards, please. I have the multiple Endlesses as well. Yeah, draw me, please. We should actually have a winning Harvest line, even without Shadowsiege. But this cleans it up a lot. I don't need a magic shop. I have 13 Ember a turn. I'm rooting for you, dude. I believe you can win. He won. He did it. Did he? Oh, it still shows him in combat. Oh, that's weird. I thought it would have had him here. Hopefully he makes it. I'm rooting for our friend. I'm going to remove my last Shade Splitter and then probably a Drip Fall. We're getting down to the wire on cards here. Show me Waxer Snuffer. Improved Firebox? Can I just play him on turn 1, maybe? That's actually pretty cool. Alright, first things first. Engage Pact. We put Devourer of Death because he's not a tomb into Molten Encasement. That's why he always dies, and 15 extinguish damage goes to the whole floor. And these are both tombs, so they give me Ember. And then I can always play Remnant Host on a weird floor if it's not going to die on that turn. Yeah. Yeah, we're super strong here, actually. Yeah, for sure. This is correct. 75. Could purge another spell. Plus 30 into what? Antumbra Assault? Excavation Eruption? This Subsuming Blade will be fine. I don't see another magic shop on this whole run. We're removing Shade Splitter. Now what? Now what? I think it is Dripfall. Having 1 is good, but I don't need a second. Immortal Trades are nice. I have so much Ember, I can just give my Shadowsieges Lifesteal, and then it's fine. I do want to keep Antumbra Assault. If I want to keep Antumbra Assault, I need to give it this plus 30, is where I'm at. Because now it's actually able to kill something. Yeah. Excavation Eruption will do fine. Sure. Purge? I don't think so. I easily get 10 on this temple, no matter what. Alright, yeah, we remove Dripfall. I take Harvest level 3. And nothing goes in the Reform pool thanks to Immortality Potion. Yep, Harvest 3, which is exceptional. Do I buy this Firebox? There's technically a world where I hit a Shadowsiege on turn 1 and just play it. Which game wins? I should, yeah. Firebox here is unbelievable. Yeah. In the final combats, there will be a 2 in 3 chance of doing it. We should win from this point. We should be very strong. My score is abysmal, but it doesn't matter. I'm not here for score. No one's here for score. You're here because I'm doing something crazy that is going to win this run. Ooh. I don't need removals. I don't need anything at the steel shop. I'm going to buy Precious Plating here. Give me 40 life. Hell yeah. That is a very comfortable amount. If I have like some doomed draw order or a really bad combat, then yeah, he won. Hell yeah, brother. All right, cool. So maybe it's not that cursed after all. This random person who I don't know who it is, they won. They took 6 damage. Look at them being good. All right, cool. Well done, friends. Well done. All right, we're fine. Spell Shield. This is Shade Wings. It's not the Winged Horde, right? Yeah, it's fine. So the only thing this really hurts is Antumbra Assault, Excavation Eruption. We have enough hits on the floor. I can take this money. It's only Spell Shield. If this were like something else, we would be problematic. Yeah, so... yeah, so turn 1 Shadowsiege is very strong, as it turns out. Cool, I am not particularly worried about this then. We lose an Ember next turn, oh well. We're fine. We've done it, kids. Shadowsiege just punches everything. Let's see, I would like to play Molten Encasement up top, and then I will drip fall dollar bills so that Shadowsiege eventually punches it. This also guarantees I start getting encased Ember value, so we'll give Immortal Trade to our friend. Cool. Yeah, he'll punch it this turn, which is excellent. We do Devourer of Death now. I ping out my Tomb. Great job. I just give him... it's weird, right? Could do this. Just fine, and then, what, nothing matters here. I just let this guy harvest up a bunch, and I give more Immortal Trade value. Sure. Sure, dude. Cool. Thanks, bud. He's doing it to him. Even with 3 Ember Drain, yeah, we're super fine here. I don't even need to play cards. Great job. Alright, yeah, we've done it. We have achieved Transcendence in this run, which is exceptional news. Our top floor is extremely powerful. We're doing 240 up here, which is enough to clean up anything that Shadowsiege does. I should ping out this front guy, huh? 200 into this lad? Means he has 30 life. That's fine, right? Yeah. What do I do? 74, 160? We're fine, right? 74 plus 60 is 130. Yeah, and then 2 more swings. So I can actually ping out my own dude here. Sure. Seems good. This also lets me play the Engulfed in Smoke, which is fine. Because they all burn out. Cool. Great news. Tons of value. My math's right? Yeah, my math's right. Cool. I give Shadowsiege all that. He wins for sure. Oh yeah, also I almost forgot the Devourer. Yeah, he he solos the combat. Alright, good chat, kids. We're very good. We clean up all the floors. I took the gold, didn't matter. Shadowsiege just wins. Thanks, Shadowsiege. You know, I'm glad this worked out. Ah, another Remnant Host? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't need more. We have it. I don't want another card that endlesses. Although I could infuse it in for an unbelievable amount of harvests. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is a temple, right? Oh, yeah, that's a temple. Self-infused Remnant Host? Yeah, okay. Alright, you got me, kids. We skipped this card. It's fine. What is this? Divine Artifact? Give me my 25 gold. Yeah, get out of here, bud. I don't need this. Take my money and leave. Cool, we go left. For sure. I self-infused Remnant Host in an unbelievable turn of events. Wow, that is 4. Show me Remnant. I mean, Waxer Snuffer now, please. Whew, I saw the little line and I thought it might have been it. Let's re-roll this. I don't need these. They're actively bad for me, actually. Waxer Snuffer? Alright, this... okay. Okay, Harvest Line. Okay. Burnout 1 for my Remnant Host just in case. Just in case I mess up. Actually, no, that's bad, right? If it ever burns out, it's not good. He spawns a full floor of host dudes? What the heck? It's Devour of Death does 30 damage on Extinguished now? Oh man, this is escalating a bit. What do I even buy or do here? I mean, it's always dupe Shadowsiege, so I play 1 on 2 floors. This run looks amazing, actually. But it was risky, and navigating it was hard. Shadowsiege, please. Merchant of Trinkets. Refined Void is pretty fun. It might be Refined Void, because what do I even remove here? I could remove Packed Morsels. I no longer have any value or space for it on the entire run. It's actually a weird problem to have, huh? I removed the Umbra Assault that I put a plus 30 in. That's actually funny. I didn't think about the morsel problem. Yeah, I'll remove Packed Morsels. Sure. Okay. Now I remove the plus 30 Umbra Assault in a wild turn. Yeah, because think about it. I have... What do I have? I have 6 space on top floor, which is 2 tombs, Baron, and Rector. I have 6 space on the bottom 2 floors. I have to remove this Umbra Assault. It's actually unplayable. Okay, well, you know what? Fine. I'll accept that one was my mistake, but sure. It doesn't matter. Refined Void? Yeah, why not? It doesn't even matter for the Shadowsieges because when they come out, they waste it. But I guess it works if I draw Immortal Trait on the same turn, so sure. It technically keeps my Baron alive a little longer. Why not? It's not like I need to buy removals, right? I could remove Excavation Eruption. My deck is so slim, and I no longer need that card. What does this do on the Divinity? Anything? No, because Subsuming Blade does everything. What a weird run. Yeah, okay, sure. 14 cards in my deck. You know, as it turns out, pretty good. Pretty good. I don't want that Burnout 1, I already explained why, so we're going to sit on 80 and just kind of cruise here. Yeah, I'm pretty confident we win. 115 out of 100. Seraph might die out of Relentless, actually. I'm interested in what the other person that literally ran this started after me, won before me. I mean, I guess this was a bound draw to happen, right? But it's fine. Remnant Host can tank it. It also does not matter to me whatsoever what happens because I'm going to redraw my deck in 2 turns right now. Yeah, that's cool. Here, we can do 160? What the hell? Here, I can do Engulfed in Smoke now. And then ping out my own dude. And he fills the floor. That, pretty good, right? He should go bottom and punch this man. Oh no. It's good to have that shadow, Subsuming Blades for specifically this Remnant Host. It's actually much better that it doesn't die because I can replay the tomb here. Sure. He punches, it's fine, he'll have it for next turn. Great job. I should play the other Shadowsiege and let the stealth wear out. Oh, wait. Of course that gives me Ember. Why did that give me Ember? What am I... Oh yeah, I killed a tomb. I'm brilliant. I should have played the Devourer of Death if I were smarter. It's cool. You know what? I'll redraw it in time. That's fine. Yeah, he might do middle. No, he goes top. Oh no, my Rector. Fine. I don't need the stealth here. Whatever. How much Ember am I getting? Not enough, I suppose. I'm getting at least 5. I could play some. Yeah, sure. Seems good. What a good run. This was a hard run, but it was a good run. I'm very pleased by it. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. This is solid. And if any of them actually get sniped, it does not matter one bit. I just kill my own dude with Subsuming Blade every turn and we're cool. Sure. This is... It's silly. It's silly. I like it. Sure. Seems good. Why not? Get punched out. Take that much damage from him. Seems good. Okay. I'll beef up my Subsuming Blade at least. It's fine. Yeah, Get him, Shadowsiege. Get him, Shadowsiege. I appreciate the hustle. Alright, cool. Seraph, why not? That was fun. I can think of about 100 different fun episode titles for this one. I'm gonna have to pick one of them, though. Ooh, but this is such a good run. It's so good. We just play Shadowsiege on turn 1. That's pretty solid, huh? Yeah, that's how they say pretty good. I don't need lifesteal here. I could do it. We're getting 5 Ember? Nah, I don't need it. I actually would prefer to be able to play my other Shadowsiege if I hit the Space Prism here, so... Yeah, like this. Yeah, like that. That's pretty good. And then the Divinity just kind of farms himself out here. We're good. We're cruising. Our top floor is probably able to win on its own, whereas Shadowsiege is just going to destroy everything else. Alright, we do Devourer of Death, Remnant Host in front. I ping out the spikes here. Good. Yeah, we're fine. I don't need to play Pure Fall at all. We've answered all the questions. This line wins. Cool. So as it turns out, we're pretty strong. We are very strong. I'll chuck them some lifesteal. Sure, friends. Seems good. This is autopilot at this point. At this point, we are reaping what we have sown. We played it cool for an unbelievably long period of time. And now we get there. See, these guys leak up, but who cares? We have a 360 damage Baron in the back. Big scaling, 122 damage. Rector solos the Divinity here. Yeah. That's pretty strong. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. We should get free rounds in the Divinity at this point, I'm pretty sure. This Vengeful Shard annoys me. Shadowsiege saves his own life. A Children's Tale. Thank you, Immortal Trade. Very cool. I love seeing that harvest number go up. This is the Conduit wave too, by the way. Wow. Yeah, we'll give this guy some of that love. Yeah, it seems strong. Cool. I don't think we pre-relentless kill here, but we are very comfortably just playing a couple cards every turn and cruising. Which you love to see. Who needs it? Bottom needs it? Yeah, sure. Here you go, bud. Let's just kill one of these backline dudes. Sure. Fine. Seems good. Cool. Alright. Let's see. Subsuming Blade? No. Shame, I actually have to deal with curses next turn. That's annoying. I can daze one of them at least. I knew I kept that thing in for one exact reason. Oh, we win. I was looking at all this like, yes, plan for Relentless. Now we get a free roundup here with 270 times 3 Wickless Baron and a Rector that could 1v1 God. He has 1,100 HP with 32 stealth. This run is excellent. Let's send it. Good job, kids. We did it. Thank you, Divinity, for dying painfully. Excellent job. What an excellent run. I'm so happy with this. I'd be interested to know if the person who won just now, who I will look at in the challenge, I'd be interested if they knew in advance what this run was. Because I'm pretty sure this run was sent to YouTube. So you may have already seen this one somewhere. My score was okay. 55k. I think the other person did better. I'm pretty confident they did. Alright, let's go back to the challenge first, and I will talk through what we see otherwise. Let's look. Alright, first I want to look at this person who won. Oh, can you refresh? Why is that person not showing up? Refresh. Someone won. That wasn't me. Hold up. Let me go back here and then go back in. Huh. Did they rerun it? Did someone... Maybe that was a person who reran it, actually. Weird. If they saw it the second time, then maybe they didn't count. Okay, so let's look at the person who got the closest first, then. Fair enough. What do we have? Okay. Ooh, they did take the Alloyed Construct setup with Harvest pivoted into Dark Calling. What do we have here? Okay, so there's a lot of different decisions made here, and I think I know exactly where the weakness is. This is what I was talking about early in the run, where the two lines don't play well together. You have to keep morsels because you committed to this Alloyed Construct. And so you have to keep morsels in this. But you also took Harvest Rector, which means that you really want the Wickless Baron line to work as well. So you go all in on this Wickless Baron line. So you're replaying 2 tombs every turn, which cuts into your draw on the Shade Splitters and other... Man, this is a Desperation Shard take, huh? 165. Weird choice. Oh, I think I understand. This is the go for high roll. You're looking for, if I get to Divinity, I get help from blank pages. This is what you're looking at here. This is the only reason you would reasonably go 165 on this run is if you were trying to get blank pages or Shard of Divinity to help out with Chaste. I mean, not Chaste, but the Divinity. And obviously we died to Patient here, but Patient getting stronger or getting trampled didn't really matter because you have stealth, so whatever. I think in this case what probably happened is that Alloyed Construct got sniped, fell off a cliff, and ultimately there was an attempt at a recovery with the Molten Encasement Remnant Host combo and duping this to try to get the Harvest line strong enough, and it just kind of fell off. I do think you could have gone either way here, but I think what killed this run is actually the pivot. I think the only way you can commit to Alloyed Construct comfortably is if you take that Ring 1 Burnout Rector, because it plays fine on its own floor, right? You don't need any melting cards. Maybe you see a Lady of the Reformed, and that's fine, but you don't need any supporting stuff from melting for him. You just put him down there, you're gonna punch a thing. And in that universe, maybe you take the other relic. Maybe. I think you could have reasoned out that floor 1 and be like, okay, maybe I see it. Or maybe you're just one of the people that looks at the champion first, so you knew you had Burnout Rector, and you made that decision, and then you saw the mark. But with the mark and the Endless on this run, oh boy, that's good. The other decision I think is a mistake on this run is because they went the Harvest line in some fashion, I think they should have taken Broken Wheel. And I recognize that you're very weak at this stage of the game, but you're very weak. You have Alloyed Construct as your only line pretty much, and you're just hoping for the best here. But I actually think that taking Broken Wheel helps a lot. It gets rid of all of your dregs, which are no longer an important thing. And did we actually remove all of our dregs anyway? Yeah, so we removed all of our dregs anyway, in which case, Broken Wheel. The only reason I could see against the wheel, though, is that you're concerned that if Alloyed Construct dies, you lose. And you can see I played knowing that no matter what, I wasn't going to get got because I didn't have the Alloyed Construct line. I think what should have happened here is Alloyed Construct is... It's an interesting setup. I think it's easy for me to see how a person looking at this run thinks they have to take Alloyed Construct to survive, not recognizing that they can't lose the early game thanks to Harvest Rector. And because of that, they have some problems. They take the Alloyed Construct, they try the pivot, it doesn't work, and they struggle a bit. Pretty interesting. The intrinsic spell chain space prism. I don't know about this. This is good, but you don't need that much space. You're not even generating enough morsels at this point. Also, remove consumed, -1 this. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't think you needed to do this either. I think this was a waste of money. Packed morsels, this was good. This was really good, and this is something you should do if you're playing into the Alloyed Construct line. I'm pretty sure there was a Wretch on this run that we skipped somewhere. I guess they must have taken the Shroud Mitosis over it. Yeah, they did. Okay, so that's fine. I actually think Shroud Mitosis is really good here, but you don't have guaranteed morsels. You never saw Abandoned Antumbra or Shade Lamp. So, I mean, maybe you would have. Who knows, right? But I probably would have taken... I would have taken this too, honestly. I wouldn't have held it over, though. I probably would have removed Consume, hold over this Packed Morsels, and just have 3 morsels a turn, and that would have been good. I might replay this on my own and see if I can make the Alloyed Construct line work. I'm not going to record that, I don't think. I don't want to spend another 2 hours explaining this one to y'all. And I don't think seeing the same seed twice is particularly interesting. But I guess you could leave a comment if that would be interesting, right? Maybe I'll do like a special episode and just non-number it and do a rerun or something of this and talk it through. Because I think you can really get the Alloyed Construct line to work. All you have to do is accept Burnout Rector, survive Ring 1. You'll never die, by the way. You might come close. You might go to like 7 life or something. But you'll never die. And you just play Rector, kill boss, fine. Even if you don't draw Rector, you at least go to like 2 HP or something, but you don't die, it's fine. And yeah, because what, at 0 shards, he has, what, 150 life? That's 8 swings into the top if you do no damage to him. You should do some damage, right? You'll have Train Stewards or something, maybe Drip Falls. You should get around in. And then if you get around in, then you're fine. So I think it works with the Alloyed Construct line with Burnout Rector. It's risky, but I think it works. Oh, that's an interesting one. It only works at 0 shards, or else you lose. But yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. I think this is an interesting setup that I'm not surprised went. My run looks very different. Let's go back and look at mine now. Actually, let's look at the other person who did this in 19 minutes here. Or did you fall apart? Harvest. You died in Ring 4. Oh, you took the trial. Yeah, you took this trial. This trial is scary. +6 attack on conduits. Yikes. If you don't draw morsels on turn 1, you lose. Yeah. Tough. Okay, not much to say there, I don't think. Otherwise, again, seeing that endless tomb, very cool. Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's look at mine. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it. I think there are some nice decisions that you see here from me. I think so I took Harvest, went all the way. I then Shadowsiege. I said to myself here, 1, I see some solution to Ember, and it's fine, and I play him. Cool. That's pretty rare. I did not expect when I took Shadowsiege that I would play Shadowsiege. What I was looking at when I played this was opportunity cost. It was 75 gold opportunity cost to shove the multi-strike in him, and that's pretty low impact to me. So, okay. I would never have done that if I didn't have Guild Marker, by the way. If that multi-strike cost me 100, 110 or something, I would have been like, no thanks. I want to check for Endless. And I would have done that. So I would have missed that first multi-strike on him, and it would have sucked, but it would have been fine. So, okay. We do this. I take this guy. I then go, I don't want an Umbra unit. I have nothing good to dupe. And I think that is a fair take in the early game here with my line. Because I did not take the Alloyed Construct, Alloyed Construct is really interesting here. Because if I take Alloyed Construct, then duping that Pact Morsels from Ring 2, very good. I probably would go left. Also, because I've already committed to a Morsel line, maybe I see Morsel Maker or something like that. I would like Morsel Maker Infusion, maybe another Alloyed Construct so I could do the Self-Infuse right away for free. There's a lot of reasons you might go to that double Umbra Banner then, right? So in this case, I didn't see any value in the Umbra Banner, and I did the math and I said to myself, okay, with as many units as will be dying, I will leak a lot of damage, but there's Pyre HP, I will never lose to Talos. And as long as I see, and I had a plan for Ring 4, right? I could go right if I saw no good melting unit. I could go left if I saw a good melting unit. And they showed me Baron. Oh, I'll give that a high roll. That's a high roll, okay? I think Baron is the best unit they could have shown me there, and I was really excited for it. Actually, okay, Big Sludge would have been better, but still. Baron, excellent. Happy to see Baron. So cool. They did that. I also think, for the record, that... What else would have been good there? Lady of the House would have been fine. I would have shoved a multi-strike in that and then just taken some of those Sacred Wicks that the run showed me. And that would have been cool. There was a Hallowed Halls later on, right? Doing a Hallowed Halls on holdover with Lady of the House and Burnout and Harvest Rector would be fine. That line works too. You could have been fine if they'd shown me like Lady of the House. I would not have taken Tycoon. I don't think. I needed things that scaled damage, not gold. What else would there have been? Paraffin Enforcer would have been fine. I would have taken that. Sure. Yeah, why not? Paraffin Thug even might have been fine. Not great, but fine. Yeah, for sure. I think those are all the ones I would reasonably take from that position. Oh, okay, Morsel Maid, Bounty Stalker, fine. So like the high rolls excluded there. But yeah, I think there were enough things that they could have shown me that were good. They showed me the best one. Cool. I'm good for that. The second best one, Big Sludge, but it's fine. And so I took that, went left, found another multi-strike, which was crazy. I think that also had the quick in it. I don't remember where I saw the quick. I think I re-rolled and saw that, though, and that was crazy good for Shadowsiege, because at this point I had the Encased Ember, so I knew I could play Shadowsiege, and I just had to work it out. I also think seeing the Broken Wheel changed the landscape of this a lot, because I was worried about thinning my deck down that I could replay Shadowsiege quick enough, because I have to see the tomb first. And so I was thinking to myself, okay, I need to shrink my deck down small. I even said that early, I'm pretty sure. I said 14 cards was basically what I was looking for. And I think I got there. I didn't expect Broken Wheel, but it worked out in my favor. So that was great. The Baron did exceptional work early on to save me from losing. I leaked everything on Ring 4. I took 64 Pyre damage on Ring 4. But then once I finished Ring 4, we stabilized. We hit it. It was good. I think I also saw the Remnant host at that point, which accelerated me along a lot. So Ring 4 was the worst, for sure. Ring 5 was a little scary. I think Sycophants of Seraph would have been problematic potentially. I think I mentioned that at the time, but that could have been risky. But 2 of the 3 combats we were fine into, and we demolished Crystal Cloak there, so I'm not super worried about it. We easily get through it, but we stay chill. We stay low shards. I go in at 10. I'm at 10 shards for 5 combats. And then I backload everything. And then as soon as I hit Arcus, I'm very confident because we have the Immortality Potion lined up at that point. I play Shadowsiege into Arcus. Arcus dies to Shadowsiege. And the run cleans up very fast. We accelerate really quickly from that position. So, really interesting run. I think the decisions in the first 5 rings were so critical. I think I could have thrown it in a lot of places here. if I did my math wrong, if I took a bad trial, if I leaked some things, if I didn't plan turns and really optimize pyre health, I could have just sacked it on ring 4. I leaked everything. I don't think I killed a single unit. I truly don't think I killed a single unit on that. Maybe there was one shield bro I killed. It was tough. But once we got past that, our deck was hyper thin, we removed everything, and we thinned down to an excellent state. And we cruised. Waxer Snuffer was overkill. My top floor didn't need it. I bought it because it was excellent. Why not? And at that point, it was just kind of make sure I don't lose. So improve Firebox, Precious Plating, obviously survivable choices, and then Refined Void for fun. So yeah, I think we get it. And that brings us to a 1-0 again on the series, which feels really good. And yeah, so hey, I realize it's another 2-hour, 15-minute episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I think it was a real cool run, and I think I'm glad to have run it. So thanks for submitting. But anyway, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.